Slovakia's newly elected populist Prime Minister, Robert Fico, announced a significant policy shift by discontinuing military assistance to Ukraine through his three-party coalition government. This move marks the realization of one of his key campaign promises. Addressing the parliament just before heading to a European Union leaders' summit in Brussels, Fico declared that Slovakia would cease the supply of weapons to Ukraine. However, he assured that Slovakia would continue providing humanitarian aid to its war-torn neighbor. Fico emphasized his stance, stating, "I will advocate for a complete cessation of military aid to Ukraine. Putting an immediate halt to military operations is the most effective solution for Ukraine. It's time for the EU to transition from being an arms provider to becoming a peacemaker." Additionally, Fico expressed his reluctance to support any sanctions against Russia without a thorough assessment of their potential impact on Slovakia. He clarified, "I won't back sanctions against Russia unless we have comprehensive analyses of how they might affect Slovakia negatively." As most sanctions tend to do, Slovakia had been a steadfast supporter of Ukraine since Russia's invasion in February the previous year. The country had contributed ammunition and weaponry, even making available its fleet of Soviet-era MiG-29 fighter jets, while also welcoming refugees fleeing the conflict. This change in policy followed the victory of Fico's Smer-SD party in the September 30 election, where they pledged to cease military aid, oppose sanctions against Moscow, and block Ukraine's potential NATO membership. Fico, who had previously resigned in 2018 amid widespread protests following the murder of an investigative journalist and his fiancée, was formally sworn in as Slovakia's prime minister for the fourth time on Wednesday. Many analysts anticipate that Slovakia will align more closely with the nationalist policies of Hungary, whose illiberal leader, Viktor Orbán, Fico has publicly admired. Nevertheless, there is skepticism about how far Fico will actually implement the campaign rhetoric. In last month's election, Smer emerged as the leading party with 23% of the vote and subsequently formed a coalition with Hlas, a more moderate breakaway party led by Fico's former deputy, Peter Pellegrini, and the ultranationalist, pro-Russian Slovak National Party, SNS.